We are about 3 weeks before Rosh Hashana. And we know this year has been a horrible year for Am Yisrael, for the Jewish nation. All what we went through this year, including what happened on Simchat Torah, last year, Simchat Torah, it all was decided by Hashem on Rosh Hashana. Hashem have judged us and decided on that to happen and signed on it on Yom Kippurim. Gemara says in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, Daf Tet Zayin, every year Rosh Hashanah, the day of judgment, 3 Sfarim, 3 books are being opened in front of Hashem. Sifrei Hayim, the book of life, Sifrei Metim, the book of death, Sifrei Benonim. Tzadikim have been signed right away to live. Reshaim, Gemorim, been signed to dead. Benonim, Teluim, Ve'omdim. Benonim, those are the people that are half-half. Half-half. If they do teshuvah, if they return to Hashem, there are 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippurim, the called Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, then Hashem is writing them in the book of life. If Hafez Shalom, they don't do teshuvah, so on the other book. Today, I'm going to give you 2 tips how to come in front of Hashem in Rosh Hashanah better. How to win this court case. Imagine you had a court case here in America. You need a lawyer, right? And if it's involved with, God forbid, death penalty, you're going to have the best lawyer for yourself. And what a person is not going to do to save his life. Yeah, he's going to sell everything and puts everything he has in order to have the best lawyer to defend him. So today I'm going to give you 2 tips. Each one of them is a real strong lawyer to defend us in front of Hashem by the day of judgment on Rosh Hashanah. 1 tip is between a man and his fellow friend, and the other tip is between us and Hashem. Let's start with the first one. Gemara says, Masechet Rosh Hashanah, Daf Tet Zayin. Noseh avon ve'over al pesha. We're saying it in Yag Midot, in the Selihot. Vayavor Hashem al panav vayikra. Noseh avon ve'over al pesha. Says the Gemara, what does it mean? Lemi noseh avon, lemi she'over al pesha. Kol ha'ma'avir al midotav, ma'avirin lo al kol pesha'av. Which means, if a person is himself is giving up on his honor, he's not strict, he's not taking revenge from people. Ma'avir amidotav. Even if somebody insulted him, somebody hurts him, somebody caused him a loss, humiliated him. Ma'avir amidotav. Ma'avir means skips on it, he passed on it. Doesn't stand on his honor to pay back, to hurt back, to insult back, to run after those who hurt him, to punish them. No, he's muhil, he's forgiving. He stole from me, I'm forgiving him. You hurt me, I'm forgiving him. If that's the path a person is choosing, kol ha'ma'avir al midotav, ma'avirin lo al kol pesha'av. Even if he himself also, he made mistakes the whole year, not just mistakes. Pesha'im, it's much more than hata'im. Hayat, it's a mistake. Pesha, that's something that a person did even in purpose. Yeah? So even if he did terrible averot, Pesha'im, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is forgiving him. Ma'avirin lo al kol pesha'av. Why? He forgives others. That's a huge tip that our sage is giving us. If a person is forgiving others, Hashem is forgiving him. The way you behave with people, the way you treat people, that's how Hashem is treating you. If you treat people nicely, and you're forgiving, and you're not taking revenge, and you're not going after somebody who hurt you, you forgive, Hashem is forgiving you. The Gemara tells a nice story about it. Rav Huna bered Rav Yoshua Halash. one of our greatest Hachamim at the time of the Talmud, Rav Huna Bered Rav Yoshua. He got very sick. Rav Papa, his friend, came to visit him. He was very knowledgeable. Rav Papa was also a doctor. And he saw him. He told his family, "There's a few hours. Go prepare for him tachrichim, what the body needs after death." And he left the house. He left. Rav Huna got up. The sick person got up a few hours later, and he healed, nהיה בריא, and he came back to the yeshiva. So Rav Papa was embarrassed to see him. He already signed on his almost death certificate. Not literally, but he told his family to prepare for his death. And now he's back alive. So he was very embarrassed from him. Finally, when they met, Rav Huna told him, "Don't be embarrassed. You know what really happened? His neshama already left. He went up to heaven. And he was in heavenly court. And in heavenly court, they judged him. But they said, since he's such a giving person, he's such a pleasant person, he doesn't go after those who hurt him, he's forgiving, let's give in to him also. And let's let him live." And for that reason only, he was able to come back and live many, many years later more. That's a beautiful, tremendous story that gives us the sense. He was a tzaddik, but he wasn't zocheh to have many years more because of tefillot, because of Torah, because of lulav, because of sukkah, because of tefillin. What was his chut? That he's a nice person, he's giving, he's forgiving, he's not treating people going with justice. Yeah? לא חרבה ירושלים, אלא שהעמידו בה את הדין. The reason Yerushalayim was destroyed, because people always went with justice. Justice is good, but too strict and everything justice. Do לפנים משורת הדין. Be nice to be extra nice to your friend, extra forgiving. That's what Hashem likes. That's the first tip. Second tip, and I'm not gonna go long, and I want Rabbi Maor to speak also. Very short. The Gemara says, מסכת שבת דף ק"ט, כל העונה אמן יהא שמי רבה בכל כוחו, קוראים לו גזר דינו. וביושע בן לוי. If a person sits in Bet HaKnesset, today after Shi'ur, we're going to say Kaddish. And this Kaddish, we say Amen Yeh Shemei Rabbah. And a person says it loud, with strength, and he put all his mind, all his heart into the words. Yeh Shemei Rabbah Mevarach. What does it mean? That Hashem's name, Yeh Shemei Rabbah, the great name of Hashem, will be blessed. Le'alam u'l'almei almaya yitbarach. In all the worlds, here in this world and the other worlds, Hashem's name will be great. If a person really puts his heart into the words of Amen Yeh Shemei Rabbah, even if he was deserved to have a gzar din mavet, he was deserved to die. Kor'in lo gzar dino, the reaping of the gzar din. And Gemara is adding over there, Yohanan says, Afilu yesh bo shemetz avodah zara mohalin lo. Even if he was worshipping idols, which is one of the worst terrible avirot in the Torah, Hashem is forgiving him. Because of what? Amen Yeh Shemei Rabbah. This is a very easy tip, very easy thing to do, very powerful one. Gemara says in Masechet Brachot that Rabbi Yosef ben Kisma, Daf Gimel, met Eliyahu Hanavi. He was praying in a deserted, broken house. And when he came out, he asked him, "What did you heard over there?" So he said, "I heard bat kol, a voice from heaven, menahemet kayona, cries like a pigeon's cry. ואומרת, the bat kol says, אוי לו לאב שהגלה את בניו, מה להם לבנים שגלו מעל שולחן אביהם. הקדוש ברוך הוא, he's our father, and we are his sons. And he says, I regret the fact that I took my sons on exile, and I want to bring him back. So Eliyahu Hanavi told him, Hayecha, לא שעה זו בלבד אומרת כן. It's not the only time that Hashem cries like this. אלא כל זמן שישראל נכנסים בתי כנסיות ובתי מדרשות. Every time Jewish people are gathered in בית הכנסת, בית מדרש. And they say, אמן יהיה שמי רבה, they say, יהיה שמו הגדול מבורך. הקדוש ברוך הוא says, אשרי המלך שמקלסין אותו בביתו כך. מה לו לאב שהגלה את בניו? ומה להם לבנים שהגלו מעל שולחן אביהם? הקדוש ברוך הוא is praising עם ישראל, is being proud of us that we are praising him. And he regrets the exile, he regrets the galut, and he wants to rush and speed up the redemption. This is all because of one sentence. You don't need to be a big rabbi with a long beard. You don't need to wear a black hat for that. You don't need anything. What do you need to do? To say those words, Amen Yeheh Shemeh Rabbah, with a full kavanah. Put all your mind, all your thought into the words. Say it powerfully. And for that only, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is forgiving. For that only, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is cancelling bad decrees from Am Yisrael. Tosafot says over there on behalf of the Psikta, that if we say Amen Yeheh Shemeh Rabbah powerfully, Hashem cancels Gzerot out from the entire nation. The entire Am Yisrael is being, we're going through a lot of suffering now. Am Yisrael, look at what happens in Eretz Yisrael. Look what happened in the northern part of Israel, the southern part of Israel. Terrible. And who knows where it's going to get to. We don't know what's the days to come hiding from us. But we have the power. Hashem gave us the power to change things to the better, to the best. Amen Yeheh Shemeh Rabbah is one of the things that can change. Bad decrees are being cancelled, and the opposite, good decrees, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is decreeing on us. So let's take these two tips, very small tips, powerful ones. The first one, maybe it's harder than the second one, to be forgiving. You got hurt, somebody insulted you, you got humiliated, somebody hurts you, forgive. And forgive for that sake, that Hashem Barach, if I'm forgiving, Hashem will forgive me. If we do that, that's a very powerful tip for Yom Adin. The second tip is a little easier. Amen Yeheh Shemeh Rabbah, powerful. To say it loud, to say it with a kavanah. יהי רצון שהקדוש ברוך הוא יבטא מעלינו מעל כל עמו ישראל, כל גזרות קשות ורעות. רצון שהחטופים, השם יתברך, יחזיר אותם מבתיהם לחיים טובים ולשלום. והחיילים, הקדוש ברוך הוא יחזיר אותם לחיים טובים ולשלום. ויבטל מעלינו כל הגזרות הקשות, תכלה שנה וקללותיה. All the curses of the year will be cancelled. ונזכה כולנו לשנה.